Tall Paul, there was
Yes.
a big controversy last week on the most recent episode of the Producers Podcast with Paul Joseph and Jack Silver. Did you hear about it?
No, do tell.
I gave out the wrong episode number.
Oh, that is a big mistake.
Oh yeah, I said 7. It was actually 8. So this is episode 9.
I use my fingers. So, okay, this is actually 8 or 9?
No, this is episode 9. And the real
Okay,
controversy
9.
is, the real controversy is nobody gives a crap what number this effing thing is on.
You seem to. You seem to. So that's good.
I remember watching movies where they slate it. You know, they'll slate it. They go, okay, coming down, you know, here's slate. Scene 2, episode. Long story longer, let's roll.
Okay. We're in number 9. We're in number 9.
We're in number 9. And we always like to start the show per Tall Paul Joseph's direction with the CNN lady.
Yes.
This is us before the show.
This is the panic that goes on just before we start. Every time you can see her, the panic, breaking news there. And she's
basically,
panicking.
the producer forgot to give her the papers that she needed to have the show. And we feel
check her eyes out. And the mouth looks very strained.
Yeah.
She's not happy.
Yeah. So in life, I guess really the lesson, Paul, is A, give the lady the papers in time. or B, you don't want to look like that in life in general, even if you're not doing a television show or a podcast or a vodcast or anything. Yeah.
Well, as a friend of ours always said, if you make mistakes like that when you're on the air, you're crashing the plane. So that's clearly the look of a plane that's about to crash.
Yeah, trust me when I tell you, that poor woman. Yeah. And speaking of plane crashes, let's continue with the Producers Podcast because this thing is heading for dire straits. But actually, you know, over the last few podcast episodes, Paul, I've talked to you about my golfing experiences.
Yeah.
And I know it's a little boring to most people, but tough crap, that's what I like to talk about. So if you don't like it, change the channel. Oh, there is no channel to change.
There's no channel.
First, I told you I almost got killed in a golf cart.
Yes.
Remember that?
That was your driving.
Because I'm a bad driver in real life and on the golf course, I would recommend walking.
I would too. Yeah.
Then I told you about the bad golfer that I played with the long 30-second. Remember
we timed that out. That was horrid.
Horrible.
That was
now,
horrid.
This week, as we were taping the podcast of the Producers Podcast, it's Masters Week.
Ooh.
Now, the Masters is one of the 4 major tournaments. Generally, it happens in April. But as you may recall, there was a little COVID going on back in April. So
yeah, I got that.
That kind of put the kibosh on the Masters. So they moved it to later in the year.
Right.
So it's happening. But one of the things that they do every year, they have a very interesting thing where they get the golfers together and they do something that's very interesting. So, okay, real fast. I don't want to bore you, but basically this is John Rahm. He's a golfer. There's a pond in front of him.
Okay.
Now watch this. So he's ready to tee off. He skips the ball over the pond.
Right over the pond.
Up over onto the green.
A water shot?
Well, usually those balls go right in the water.
I know, but if this thing rolls in.
Tracking.
Oh, come on. It looks like a magnet.
Watch what happens with this shot.
Oh, come on.
How about that?
Holy moly.
Now, again, real fast, it started with, basically the guy's on the tee box.
Yeah.
And he skips the water 1, 2, 3, 4, up and over.
Water is slowing the ball down a lot. And then it goes up the hill. That's a rise.
It's a rise. And now it's going to hit a ridge.
Right.
And it's going to trickle down. There's no way it goes in. And
there's a magnet there that pulls it right in.
Wow. Now, believe me.
That's
a hole in one. Now that wasn't in that was in a practice round. So it doesn't count as a hole in one. But holes in one are the holy grail of golf. I've never had one. I know people who have. I've once missed the hole on a par 3 by about 6 inches. But I just thought that was really an unbelievable video.
It looks fake, honestly.
It does, but it's like not.
It's pulled into the hole.
Yeah. This guy is good, and let's see how he does with the Masters. But I thought you might like that. I don't want to bore you.
Who is that golfer?
His name is John Rahm. He's actually a Spaniard, I believe. Okay. He does very well. But he's one of those guys who's real super serious. So you can't screw around with the guy. He's not a joker.
Okay.
But he looked like he had some fun there.
All right.
All right. Well, that's that.
Yeah.
Now that we're thoroughly bored and everyone's tuned out after the golf talk.
Yeah. Thanks for starting with that.
I could have waited a while. No, by the way, I take it back.
Teased that and waited, but no, we're okay. It was interesting footage.
It was interesting. Maybe maybe I didn't have to play it twice.
Right.
Okay. But anyway,
it could have been.
Doing a little critiquing of the producers as we go. All right.
Okay.
But more importantly, you have a great story.
Oh,
evidently, yes. One of your family members, one of your elderly family members, did something this week that you'd like to share with the audience. So do tell.
Well, there's a new device which is actually pretty cool called Clear Captions. It's a phone for people that are hard of hearing, because what happens is, if you visualize a regular phone, landline phone, and then you've got a screen about this size, a little bigger next to it, and then you, as the person talks to you, it does a readout of what they're saying. So if you're hard of hearing, you read that it's saying, "Oh, hi. This is your nephew calling. How are you? You know, I'll pick you up at 2:00 for your doctor's appointment." And then they read that and then they respond to it.
So it's basically like closed captioning on a phone.
Captioning like for TV, but it's on your phone. Because a lot of people, they pick up the phone, they can't hear.
Oh, I understand that. Well, that's a great idea. I mean, I'm sure nothing could go wrong with that.
So I called my Aunt Betty, and she had just gotten one of these phones.
Sure.
And rather than tell you in advance what happened, what I'll do is let's role play a little bit. You be me, and I'll be Aunt Betty.
Okay.
So the phone will ring. I'll pick it up. She's got, remember, the clear caption, so she should be able to understand me.
Okay, very good. So, all right. Bring.
Hello.
Hello, Aunt Betty. It's your nephew Paul.
Hello, Aunt Betty. It's your nephew Paul.
No. This is Paul calling now.
No. This is Paul calling.
No, you don't read the words on
No, don't read the words that
on the screen. Don't read those.
Don't read those words.
No, Aunt Betty.
No, Aunt Betty.
What? Wait, one more time.
One more time. Wait.
No. Aunt Betty. This is Paul.
Wait, this is Paul.
I'm calling you.
I'm calling you.
You talk to me.
You talk to me.
Oh, goodbye. Click.
Goodbye. I swear to God, that was what went on. It was like, I wished I could have filmed it, because no matter what I said, I was going, "No, stop. Don't read the screen." And she's going, "No, stop. There was no way. I literally did what you did. I hung up.
Yeah, you got it.
And then I had to call back, and I got her on the right track finally. But it was hysterically funny, and something I'm sure that when they built this thing, they never thought of, but it was very funny.
I'm trying to follow that. In other words, why would she think? I mean, she knew that she bought the product, right? She knew that she purchased.
She knew that she had it, but she
wasn't sure.
I maybe I was one of her first callers or something, but I don't think she really understood, or maybe she just didn't understand she was reading out loud everything.
Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah.
And because I kept talking, she never really responded. She just kept reading.
At any time, at any time during the call, did she kind of get it and start just
not the first time?
Not the first
second time, yes. First time, nah.
Well, here's what I would do, Paul. I would get a hold of the people that invented that closed caption product and ask them if anybody else has had that same problem, because maybe in the directions they could outline that and say, "Look, Aunt Betty or others, you're going to be seeing words on a screen.
Don't read them.
Don't read them. React to them."
Right. Huh. Read them silently and react to them. Maybe that's the cue.
Well,
anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. And for anybody else that has an elderly aunt or something, and advise them up front. Yeah. Don't read the screen out loud.
Well, it's fun. It's fun with old people, Paul.
Fun with old people.
I used to have the situation with my mom, God rest her soul, when she would visit me in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And I'd be at work, and all of a sudden the phone would ring, and I'd be in a department head meeting at the radio station.
Right.
And I'd go, you bring. You can see it's your mom calling.
Right.
Yes, mother.
Yeah.
Okay, take the channel changer and put it on 2.
Right. You try to get the DVR to work.
And then you're right. And put your mash tape in and press play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, really, play. It's the arrow button. And okay, Ma, I got to go. Bye-bye.
Well, I get those urgent calls now from my mom, because if the TV goes out,
Oh,
life is over.
that's
So, and all it takes is, she hits the button and it goes off and usually it's the input that she's knocked off.
sure.
And it's gone black. And I don't care what time of the night, I'm getting a call. I've gotten them at 2:00 in the morning because she stays up because she watches, she has all these shows, Mannix and Cannon and shows like from the 80s that are on at night.
Yeah.
And she watches these things and she's like frantic. She goes, my TV's black. I can't hear anything. I can't see anything. I can't sleep unless it's on.
And the takeaway is, well, Mom, just push the input button.
No. There's no takeaway. I go down and fix it.
Oh, then you've got.
There's no takeaway about
this. It has to be an in-person fix.
Yeah. I've tried the other, and it's dark, and no, and she's pushing the wrong buttons, and I just go down and fix it. It's much easier. Fortunately, I live 15 houses from her, so.
And as I've always said, it's a blessing to have your mom still with you. I miss my mom every day. And what I wouldn't give to have my mom call me right now and say, Jack, how do I put the MASH tape in, the VCR? I'd be like, Mom, we got rid of the VCR 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But just, we'll watch it on TV land.
That's it. It's always a blessing, no matter what.
Well, speaking of families, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
This has been a crazy year, as you know, 2020. God love it. We talked about Halloween and how we were going to try to get through that. And I showed you some of my costumes, which were, of course, politically incorrect and juvenile.
Yes.
I recall.
Yeah.
But, we're right around the corner for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yes.
And it's my favorite holiday because.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Because it's football, family, food.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm tired of watching the Lions lose on Thanksgiving, so it's not really my favorite.
Yeah.
holiday.
Well, that's true.
Although they do play more games now than they used to.
There's 3 now. Yeah. Dallas, Detroit, and then like not a wild card game, but a different game. But
here's what I wanted to do. Winner yet. Dallas and Detroit, both losers.
Both losers, and whatever the third game is. But what I thought I'd show you this.
Yeah.
All right. So now that's a typical American Thanksgiving dinner, correct?
Oh, yeah.
I want to go through this and tell me what you. All right, for example. Let's start in the lower left-hand corner. Do you like cranberries? I
do. I like cranberries, and I love it mixed with the turkey.
Okay, all right. Because I'm medium on cranberries. I can go either way. I like it more saucy, and most people like this one looks like real cranberries. You got to bite into them. I'll take a pass on that.
Yeah.
Just above that looks to be the stuffing.
Yeah.
How say you on stuffing?
It depends on the stuffing. Sometimes I don't like it at all. Like I had a oyster stuffing that I hated the taste of it. I thought it made the turkey taste weird. This was at an uncle's house and he did this turkey and I just didn't like it. But most stuffings, I love a good sage stuffing.
Right.
I like any kind of stuffing like that. But I'm just not a big, meat in the stuffing.
Okay. Let's go around. Then there's some gravy over there, which of course gravy is key. I don't know how people eat that. Turkey is so dry generally, especially the breast. And I am a breast man, but not with my turkey.
Well, I know that from your Halloween costumes. I figured that one.
Yeah. Actually, I like the dark meat.
But I love. I've heard that too.
Okay. All right.
I like turkey, a little of both. I like both. I really do. I like both.
But you got to have the gravy. So we like the turkey. And then here in the lower right-hand corner looks like some squash, which I'm not a fan of. Those squash squares, if you see that.
No.
Nah. Yeah. Although I love Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts. How about you? You like Brussels sprouts?
Yeah, I like Brussels sprouts, seasoned the right way, a little butter, maybe even a little garlic in there. I like it.
And the one thing, and then they have the green beans, which are good. The one thing they don't have here is the thing I like is the green bean casserole. You ever have that?
Oh yeah, and the mushroom soup thing.
Mushroom soup with the crinkled onion rings on top, and then lastly pumpkin pie, and you can't go wrong with pumpkin pie. To me, that's what I love about Thanksgiving. Now, the bad news is you end up eating so much of the sides that by the time you get to the turkey, you take a couple nibbles and you're done. And then, of course,
that's right.
And do you know why turkey makes you go to sleep? What is that again? There's something.
Tryptophan.
Right.
It's a tryptophan in the turkey that actually chemically makes you sleepy. So people that eat a lot of turkey, they go down, and they want to take a nap.
They're all passed out.
Plus the amount of food you've put in your body, But it's kind of good. I mean, what time do you normally eat Thanksgiving?
I'm an early eater anyway, so my optimum eating time on Thanksgiving would be about 4 o'clock.
Oh, 4. Yeah. 4 is good. 5 is good. I was going to say some people wait till like 7 or for me, it's way too late because then you really do feel it.
Right. Because when you go to bed with a big turkey dinner in the old tum tum, you need the antacids before you go to bed and stuff. So anyway, well, look, we're all thankful we made it through this year. Let's get to
hungry.
And now I made you hungry again.
Yeah.
And let's hope everyone has a nice Thanksgiving dinner. And
yes,
I just thought I'd throw that at you one more time, just because.
That was nice. I liked it.
Right? Don't you like that?
Let's review another dinner next time. That was good.
Okay.
I mean, just the look of it with the turkey and that's just so homey. And my sister informed me that we're doing an early lunch Thanksgiving this year at my mom's house, and she's doing turkey sandwiches and all that kind of stuff with all the sides. Yeah. But it's going to be more of a lunch type thing, which I actually like that idea.
Well, that frees up the rest of the day.
Yeah, it frees up the rest of the day. You can kind of hold on the pie and wait till you're hungry for it.
Yeah.
And then eat it, and you can watch some football and, whatever you want to do. But it sounds good to me. God bless America. That's what I'll say, Paul. God bless America. Right. Yes. All right. Well, we're winding down on the Producers Podcast. He's Tall Paul Joseph, Jack Silver. I guess I should actually go back one thing real quick. Oh no, I got rid of her. Yeah. I was going to go back to Our Lady only because the show is kind of careening out of control. Oh yeah, and we need script updates, and we need all kinds of things. We need cues, and you see, when you don't have cues, you don't have script updates. Then this is going to look like the one you're about to show. Yeah, that lady. This panics the talent, and then this happens, and then let me tell you, after this happens, then what happens is there's a direct meeting after the show. Oh yeah. And she's very serious, and she comes in, and she wants answers, and somebody has to take the blame for not giving her what she needed at the time she needed it, and it all relates back to that look on that picture. That's why I love that picture. That's why I like. It's a great shot. Show with it. Yeah. Close the show. It's a wonderful shot. And it really bespeaks what entertainment is. And to your point, it can happen at the beginning of the show, the middle of the show. Yeah. People think that, as the show's going, everything's nice and smooth. And then all of a sudden, some producer forgets to give her the paper. Or in this case, we run out of topics. Why, you get that look in your face and you go, what the hell? Get that look. Now, I have more topics. I mean, I've got excessive compulsive behavior. I've got all kinds of things, but we're going to save it for next week. Well, actually, you got a couple minutes left if you're. Oh, I do? Really? And I don't really don't like to air dirty laundry, but you told me something about an OCD checklist. Yeah, it's an OCD. It's obsessive compulsive disorder. Got it. That's what that means. Right. But this is the test for it. So what they did is they put people in a room that have OCDs, obsessive compulsive disorder. They wanted to see if caffeine would help them. Oh. So they gave half of the people caffeine. Yeah. The other half didn't get caffeine. Okay. They just got instant coffee without it or whatever. Mm-hmm. But the test was they handed, and this is true, they handed everybody a fully loaded dirty diaper. And they wanted to see how long an obsessive compulsive person could hold the dirty diaper before they got it away from them. Yeah. But they said the people that had the caffeine to a person held it like double the time that people that didn't have the caffeine. So from that, they extrapolated that caffeine helps with your OCDs. So, I mean, I thought it was such a funny, because if I handed you a dirty diaper right now, OCD, it would be gone in 2 seconds. Yeah, it would be gone. But interesting, I wonder why that would be, A. B,
I don't have that OCD. I know, but we know someone who does, and I've known guys over the years, correct?
Yes.
Do you have any of those issues? Like I don't wash my hands incessantly. I don't need to, keep counting over and over again or whatever obsessive compulsive
No,
disorder.
but I worked with a guy that I love that has it very badly. And I mean, to the point that when he left the room when we were doing broadcast stuff, I'd have to go in and check the room for him and check under the bed and make sure. And I didn't even know what I was checking for, but I think he thought he was going to leave something, forget something. But it's serious, and it's scary for these people that have it, and I feel bad for them. Yeah. But I just thought this test was something of, to
hold a dirty diaper. Right.
Yeah. I mean, they give everybody a fully loaded dirty diaper and see how long you can hold it. I mean, that sounds more like a torture test.
Well, it is. Like, I don't, but I wonder how the coffee helps. But then maybe, I guess the takeaway on that is that if you are OCD, you should be drinking more coffee, more caffeine. Maybe,
that's what they're saying.
Maybe it makes you alert or something. But
yeah, that's what they're saying. Or maybe because OCD is a chemical imbalance. And so maybe this caffeine is enough of a balance that it allows you to, it mellows out your anxieties or whatever it does.
Yeah. All right.
To help you, So maybe if you have that, try a cup of coffee, grab a dirty diaper, and see how you do it. Yeah. Have at it.
Go for it. Well, now
that's basically it. I think that's a wrap on our show.
Well, that's a way to wrap the show up. Once you're down to the dirty diaper test, Paul,
I think so.
You got to say goodbye to the Producers Podcast. Make sure you download us, you rate us, you share it with a friend.
Yeah.
And enjoy.
Yeah, please do all of that. Yep. Thumbs up if you like it. Comments, always leave comments, good or bad. We want to hear them. And then we'll see you next week.
You got it, guys. Peace out.
Yep.